Alright, welcome back everybody. It is your favorite vampire Aveline here. We are back with more murder on the Orient Express. Well, last time I accidentally played through both the prologue, the chapter 1, and started chapter 2. So the prologue starts off with Hercule Poirot finding a missing ticket, and we get a request in the last chapter from the guy who got murdered for protection. Which, of course, Poirot simply states, "I do not like your face." That line was so epic in the book. I gotta hand it to Microids. This is and of course the callback to Roger Ackroyd, which was a really good, that one was a really good mystery in itself. If you have not read The Murder of Roger Ackroyd, definitely pick it up when you can, either from your local library, bookstore, ebooks, whatever. If you love murder mysteries, Agatha Christie is definitely up your alley. But without further ado, let us continue on to chapter 2. Hercule Poirot's obituary appeared in the front page of the New York Times in 1975 in advance of the publication of Curtin, Poirot's Last Case, the first time a fictional character received this treatment. Oh my god, I didn't know that. I love how this took on a much more modern spin as compared to like past iterations. But past iterations have also been good. They have been like accurate with the times and everything. Alright.
Good. We are all at your service. This is the room right here.
Alright, that's right. We gotta investigate. We are opening up this room. Ooh. We don't...
Mr. Poirot, I am Dr. Constantine.
Forgive me, Doctor. You are a medical examiner?
No, but I have assisted in post-mortems at Nairobi Hospital, where I am a teaching fellow.
I am familiar with your excellent institution.
I do not intend to perform a full autopsy, but a preliminary examination should be of some use.
Of course. May I have a look? Then we can compare notes.
Please. If you need any help, I won't be far away.
I do not think that's the right answer.
Oh, of course not. Nope. Doctor. There we go. I forgot for a brief second.
Et voilà.
I love how he just touches his mustache, and it has the gloved hands too.
Thank you for your help, Doctor.
I didn't mean to do that, but let's go ahead and take a look at the body. Alright. Oh, that's right. It's right stick. I forget.
The watch is broken. The hands are stopped at 1:15 a.m. One would expect that to be the time when the attack occurred.
As you see, the victim has been stabbed many times. Several alone would have been fatal.
Yes, I agree. An attack most savage.
I will, of course, prepare a complete report on my findings.
Thank you. I'll take photos.
I'll take photos. Alright.
I'm sure I will find some interesting things inside.
And the dude's screen's cracked.
This phone was deliberately smashed.
Ah, of course. He kept a handgun under his pillow. How did he manage to get it in?
Last night, Monsieur Ratchet said he takes precautions. I see now what he meant. He knew he was in danger and wanted to be ready, yet it was no use to him. I will leave it here for the police. Did it belong to Ratchet?
Was that a vape? Was there anything? Oh, yeah, there was one more thing. Hello.
A handkerchief. There's a letter H embroidered on it.
Alright. Oof. That guy certainly had a way to go.
Where can the killer have gone? The chain lock is broken. Monsieur Michel told me that he broke the chain on the door to get into the room.
Now let's talk to the doctor.
I'm sorry, Doctor, but I must question you.
Of course. I must be considered under suspicion like everyone else.
May I know your movements last night?
I share compartment 101 with Mr. Book. He would not stop talking about his beloved train. I listened to him for hours talking about his Orient Express.
My friend Book will no doubt confirm this. Did you know the victim?
Not at all. I noticed him last night at dinner, but I did not pay much attention.
Did you touch anything in here this morning?
I checked for a pulse. There was none. Rigor mortis had commenced. The body was cool to the touch. I touched nothing else.
What can you tell me about the victim?
He died from multiple stab wounds of varying angles and depth. More than one would have been fatal. I would place the time of death roughly between midnight and 2 a.m. With more time, I hope I can be more precise.
I assume the open window complicates matters.
Indeed. Conditions are not perfect.
The snow is falling only lightly this morning. The murderer would have left tracks in the snow if he had jumped out the window.
Yet, there are no tracks. Huh. See.
This door communicates with compartment 204. The latch is open on this side.
Ooh, pill bottle.
A box of sleeping pills.
Pharmasleep 3000.
I wonder what could be in this photo.
We'll check on that in a second. Oh. I don't think there's a way for me to open that just yet. You know about the latch? Dude had a fucking shower in here. This is a little wonky.
expensive clothing, recently laundered.
Not only that, like, he's a neat freak.
Not exactly the reading material one would expect of a man like Ratchet.
Alice was walking in the forest of 1,000 flowers. She picked 10 flowers to make a bouquet. Sadly, the bouquet turned into a butterfly, and the flowers on the ground began to multiply. There were twice as many. Alice arrived in front of a door that asked her, "If you want to get out of the forest, you must tell me how many flowers are left in the forest." Okay. So Alice was walking in the forest of 1,000 flowers. She picked 10 flowers to make a bouquet. So 1,000 minus 10, that's 990. The bouquet turned into a butterfly, and the flowers on the ground began to multiply. There were twice as many. So 2 times 990, that would be, hold tight, sorry, math's not really, like, my strongest suit. But I'm trying to do it in my head. So 990 times 2, got 2 times 0, that's 0. 2 times 9 is 18. Put the 8 down, carry the 1. 1 and 9 is 10. 2 times 10, so it'd be 2080? Yeah, 2080. 2080. 2080. I think that might actually be the code for... No? No. No. Huh. Okay, it's fine. But let's restore the torn picture in the meantime. This looks like a picture of a cat. I don't know. A guy as heartless as Ratchet, I don't think he would have a picture of a cat. As for me, I would. I always have pictures of Mina. Isn't that right, Mina? She's sitting right next to my bed. Alright. So there's that. This piece... oh, right about here. Yep. See, this is a type of jigsaw puzzle that I can do. How adorable. For Daisy.
For Daisy. Interesting.
My little gray cells did not let me down.
Oh, that was easy. Okay. So now we have the picture of a stuffed animal. So... okay. So, we're back to cracking the safe code. And I think it honestly and truly might be tied to this little poem. Alice was walking in the forest of 1,000 flowers. She picked 10 flowers to make a bouquet. Suddenly, the bouquet turned into a butterfly, and the flowers on the ground began to multiply. There were twice as many. Alice arrived in front of a door that asked her, "If you want to get out of the forest, you must tell me how many flowers are left in the forest." Wait. Come on. Come on now. Come on now. There's a rabbit. On the back page of this.
Not exactly the reading material one would expect of a man like Ratchet.
So it'd be 990. Because you got 1,000. I don't understand. I get that it's a riddle and everything, but I don't understand. I'm not really good with math riddles. I'm really not. But I think I had it figured out mostly. Excuse me. Alright, taking a drink. Because you got 1,000 flowers, and she picked 10 of them to make a bouquet. But the bouquet then suddenly turned into a butterfly, and the flowers that were remaining on the ground began to multiply. There were twice as many. That's 990 flowers. Should be 990 times 2. Twice as many. How many flowers are left in the forest? Forest. Did I say florist? Sorry, didn't mean to. Okay, come on. Gotta think. I gotta think. Wait. 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 Okay, 2 times 0. That's 0. And then 2 times 9, that's 18. You put the 8 down. Carry the 1. 1 and 9, that's... What? Am I doing this wrong? Am I serious? Huh? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. You gotta be kidding me. There ain't no way. You gotta be kidding me. Alright.
Not very surprising.
Orient Express, call DC.
Ratchet had an appointment he will never keep. in place on the back of a postcard. Someone with the initials A.W.
And I find it funny that it's on the back of a card with an Alice in Wonderland, like with the white rabbit. Alright. For each person hurt, you will suffer the same harm. Your death is near, we never forget.
Unusual letter, this.
No, that's where I went wrong on my math. So instead of adding the 1 before you multiply, you multiply and then add the 1. That's where I screwed up. That's why. Now it makes sense. Ugh. Sometimes math is not necessarily my strong suit. Alright, so now we did that. Let's recap events. Ratchet had a gun under his pillow. Select 2 elements to help uncover what happened that night of the murder. Letter threatening Ratchet. Ratchet drank sleeping pills the night of the murder. No.
This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
Ratchet was on his guard. Ratchet wanted to stay on his guard, yet he took a sleeping pill.
I can't imagine Ratchet taking a sleeping pill if he feared for his life.
That's the right answer.
Let's see, the window is open. Select 2 elements that reveal the most likely way. Murderer probably hoped he was going to get out.
So, the murderer must have exited through Madame Hubbard's room.
That was easy.
Okay. Cool. Then we go into Ratchet's employees. He's only got 1.
My little gray cells did not let me down.
I shouldn't leave until I have finished inspecting the crime scene.
Huh. That means everything. Well, I'm mostly just, like, looking for the golden mustaches. I forget to be looking for the golden mustaches, and I'll probably post a video of me. I'll probably post a video of me, like, picking them up and revealing their locations. 2 people who could have seen the murderer leaving the room. Miss Hubbard. Else. Dr. Constantine?
This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
No.
No, not good.
Mr. Michael. I'm dumb.
Et voilà.
He just touches his mustache. Alright. Cool.
I think I've seen everything I need at the moment. I'm counting on you to finish your analysis.
I'll have a more detailed report for you as soon as I can.
Cool. Golden mustaches so far? Nope. I really and truly have been falling behind on trying to, like, keep an eye on the golden mustaches.
So, Poirot, did you find anything out?
It's a bit early for the handcuffs, my friend. Even for Hercule Poirot. Do not worry, mon ami. I believe our culprit has no plans to strike again. Monsieur Ratchet was the target. Of that I am convinced. Tell me, Book, how did you spend last night?
This is a joke, I hope. Don't you trust your old friend?
My friend, calm yourself. I must hear your story in order to corroborate other accounts.
Ah, naturally. Let me see. I went to my compartment after dinner. Dr. Constantine was already there. We talked about his career. He's a Cambridge man, you know. After university, he returned to his country and has done much good there. He was so interested in the Orient Express. I told him all the anecdotes I know. I'm not certain when we fell asleep, but it was very late.
Here is what I have found out. Monsieur Ratchet was stabbed many times. I also found threatening letters in his safe. He had a loaded gun under his pillow, so he was on guard, ready to defend himself. However, there was an empty glass with white residue at the bottom. I suspect a barbiturate. Perhaps he was forced to take it. In any case, I am certain he was unconscious, unable to defend himself. I also found several other items at the crime scene, possibly related to the murder. They must be investigated.
By all means, Poirot. As fast as you can.
I also found liquid for an electronic cigarette, but I could not find a vape. This might belong to the murderer.
This criminal is an amateur.
Wow. So one of the passengers vapes. Okay. Okay.
I need a list of the passengers with their compartment numbers.
Pierre Michel will have it.
I must interview the rest of the passengers and the staff.
I'll be in the bar car if you need me. We are hours late. Soon I hope help will arrive.
But nah, I am planning on going back and, like I said, I am planning on going back and seeing if I could find like any of the golden mustaches, since I failed so far to find the rest of them. Apparently I missed like 3 in chapter 1. Alright, let's start off with the conductor.
Monsieur Michel, I must ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
I will do everything I can to help.
First of all, tell me about yourself.
Very well. My name, as you know, is Pierre Michel. I am from Calais. I've been with the company for over 15 years.
Thank you.
Say French? There we go.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
Can you provide me with a listing of the passengers and their rooms, please?
Yes, certainly.
Alright. Excuse me. So this is a list of all the passengers as well as the staff who's on the train right now.
Are you a smoker?
Indeed.
Do you smoke e-cigarettes?
No. Tobacco only.
I would like to reconstruct with your help the events of last night. Monsieur Ratchet retired to bed. When?
Almost immediately after dinner, sir. Actually, before we left Belgrade.
Did anybody go into his compartment after that?
His valet, monsieur. Monsieur Masterman. And then his secretary, the young American gentleman. Monsieur McQueen.
And that is the last time you saw or heard of him?
No, monsieur. You forget that Monsieur Ratchet rang his bell around 12:40 a.m., soon after we had stopped. I knocked at the door, but he called out in French, "Ce n'est rien, je me suis trompé." I then left to answer another bell that had just rung.
Where were you at 1:15 a.m.?
I was sitting on my little seat at the end of the car, facing up the corridor.
Are you sure?
I left a little after 1 a.m. to speak about the snow with my colleague Jean in the bar car. I came back later. There was a call. I remember speaking to you.
Indeed, I remember. Carry on.
It was the American lady, Madame Hubbard. She thought she saw a man in her compartment. Then, around 1:50 a.m., I made the bed for Monsieur Ratchet's secretary, Monsieur McQueen. He had spent the evening talking with the English Captain Arbuthnot. At 2 a.m., I returned to my place and stayed there until dawn.
What is the last station where we stopped?
Winkowski.
Could someone have come on board?
Possibly. I was very busy. Owing to the weather, we were a few minutes late. We left at 12:10 a.m.
Well, that's quite a bit of information. I don't understand why I'm in here. I don't have a reflection in this one, but yet I have a reflection over here. Nothing I can hide or... there's nothing I can pick up. Alright. Cool. That's 205. 204.
Good morning, madam. I am Hercule Poirot.
Caroline Hubbard. What can I do for you, Mr. Poirot?
I am the bearer of unfortunate news.
It's obvious with all the commotion that something has happened.
Madame Hubbard, I am afraid your neighbor, Monsieur Ratchet, was murdered last night.
Oh my god. I knew it. I knew it!
I would like to ask you some questions, but first, may I inspect your room?
Of course, yes. You must.
Another character map. There we go.
Et voilà.
Oh, he doesn't have the gloves on. Alright. So now she's sitting down. We have to talk to her.
Here is a jacket button. It bears the logo of the Orient Express.
Well, that's interesting.
The luxury of the Orient Express is present in every detail.
Alright, well, there's nothing there. Unless I'm missing something. There's supposed to be something here that I can investigate? I don't know why it has me, like...
This door connects to Monsieur Ratchet's compartment. It was latched on this side.
Alright, let's see what the mind map has got for us. This is a very interesting take so far. Well, what do you know? That actually works. Hello! What have we here?
Another golden mustache to treasure.
Sweet!
Madame, please tell me about last night.
The murderer was right here in my compartment. I woke up. All in the dark it was. I was just so scared I couldn't scream. I pressed the call button. I pressed and pressed. I heard footsteps running in the corridor, then a knock on my door. "Come in," I screamed. And I switched on the lights at the same time. And would you believe it? There wasn't a soul there.
You think he went back into the other compartment?
How do I know where he went? I had my eyes shut tight. The conductor came in. I told the man what had happened, and he didn't seem to believe me. I asked him to search the room, but he found nothing. I told the conductor to look at the door between the compartments, and sure enough, it wasn't bolted. Well, I soon saw to that. I told him to bolt it, then and there.
How is it you didn't bolt the door between the two compartments?
But I had. Well, as a matter of fact, I asked that Swedish lady, Olsen, Greta, if it was bolted, and she said it was.
How was it you could not see for yourself?
I was already in bed. and my toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was.
What time was it when you asked her to do this for you?
Oh, it must have been around 10:30 or 10:45 p.m. She'd come along to see if I had an aspirin. But instead of opening my door, she opened Mr. Ratchet's door by mistake. He said something quite rude, like, "Not a chance, lady, you're too old." It shocked her. She came in. I told her where to find the aspirin, and she got it out of my toiletry bag. Poor girl, she didn't have a good night.
The same could be said for Monsieur Ratchet. It appears Mademoiselle Olsen may be the last person to see Ratchet alive. Is this your handkerchief?
No, not at all.
Yet it is embroidered with an initial H, like your name.
I don't care. It's not mine, and I would certainly never buy something so impractical as that frilly thing.
Are you a smoker?
No, definitely not. Filthy habit.
Well, come on. Have a little respect. Granted, I shouldn't be saying such a thing. Because I think that too. Well, okay. Not necessarily that it's a filthy habit. I mean, we all have our ways of, like, de-stressing, especially at work. I just have enough bad habits on my plate as it is. And, yeah, no. I don't need to start smoking.
I found a jacket button on your table. It looks like it belongs to a train employee. The button bears the logo of the Orient Express.
Well, of course the conductor came in last night, but he didn't go near that table.
Still, it's a safe bet that it belongs to the conductor. I'll check his jacket later, to be sure. I have not finished inspecting your room. If you don't mind,
So that's how it was supposed to be. Huh.
let's see if Mrs. Hubbard was telling the truth about the latch of the connecting door. This hook is probably where Mrs. Hubbard hung her toiletry bag. I can see the latch very well from here, even with the toiletry bag attached. I'll have to clear that up with Mrs. Hubbard.
Well, that was interesting.
Mrs. Hubbard, you told me that the door connecting the two compartments was closed, correct?
Yes, it was, as I told you. I was already in bed and my toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was. That's why I asked Miss Olsen to check if it was closed.
Ooh, confrontation time.
Are you sure everything you've told me is accurate, Madame Hubbard?
Of course. I have an excellent memory.
Mrs. Hubbard, I tested putting your toiletry bag on the door hook as you told me. From your bed, you can easily see the latch on the door. The toiletry bag does not hide the latch at all.
Are you saying I'm lying? It may have been stuck somehow in a different position, or I may not have seen it in the darkness. Or I didn't think to look, you irritating man.
Details matter, madame. A man has been most savagely murdered. You will excuse me if I attempt to separate the truth from the false.
Forget my toiletry bag and focus on who entered my compartment. Probably after killing Mr. Ratchet.
Madame Hubbard is a force to be reckoned with, but I suspect I'm not done with her. Thank you for your assistance, madame.
Alright. It's just so pretty. Let's see.
I must admit I'm not right this time.
How did the killer... The murderer was able to take advantage of Mr. Michael's absence to escape without being seen at 1:15.
While Monsieur Michel was chatting with Monsieur Fauchet in the bar car between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m., the murderer could have escaped Ratchet's room without being seen.
That was easy.
We'll answer those later. I mean, they're just like intuition points. So, let's head out to the bar/lounge. This also gives me a chance to look for golden mustaches. Can I talk to you guys? No. I can't talk to you. Is there a golden mustache anywhere? Nope. Nope. I love how the music's just chill.
Good morning, madam. The snow is a predicament, is it not?
I am Russian. Snow is no stranger to me.
Ah, the accent. Would it be St. Petersburg?
You are very perceptive. Monsieur Poirot, is it not?
And may I take it I have the honor of addressing Princess Natalia Dragomirov?
We dispense with the old titles these days. My husband, all of my past, was taken from me by these Stalinists. When they were gone, I became director of the St. Petersburg Museum of Antiquities to restore and preserve what I can of my country's history.
Still, the delay must be vexing.
If I must be late for my appointments, then they will wait.
I know that I would certainly wait, madame. It has been my extreme pleasure to make your acquaintance, madame.
Au revoir, Monsieur Poirot.
She was actually quite pleasant. Huh. I can't talk to you. I'm not talking to you just yet.
So, Poirot, I hope you are progressing in your investigation.
I have not finished yet, but it is progressing, yes. I still have many questions that must be answered. I will report to you as soon as I can.
And I know I could talk to you.
Mademoiselle, you are not concerned about the train stopping?
What can one do?
Indeed, this does not make the train move. You have great strength to remain calm at a time like this.
I know one far, far stronger than I.
And that is?
Well, that old lady, for instance. You have probably noticed her. She just has to lift her little finger and ask for something in a polite voice, and the whole train runs.
It runs also for my friend Monsieur Bouc, but that is because he is a director of the line, not because he has a masterful character.
You don't have to have a strong will when you have power. But I suspect I did not need to tell you that, Mr. Poirot.
I got that little bit of interaction out of the way. Surprised no more golden mustaches have popped up. Alright. Let's talk to you again.
I found a button from an Orient Express staff jacket. Did you lose one by any chance?
No, monsieur. As you can see, I have all my buttons. It is not mine.
Interesting. Interesting. So, if the button didn't belong to him, who did it belong to? Wait, wasn't this our room?
A mustache comb to tame unruly knots? Finest of curling irons for the mustache.
Oh. I did not mean to do that. Actually, no, I didn't mean to click on that either. Ah! There we go.
Wax to preserve the perfect symmetry of the mustache.
Oh, thank you, Michael. Because one of the things that Hercule Poirot was well known for was his mustache. And keeping his mustache. Alright. We could probably move on to the second class. Which is where we were previously before. Okay, go into the water closet now. It was 107, 106. I just felt it buffer. Ah, 103.
Monsieur Edward Masterman, I believe. May I ask you some questions?
I can barely talk. I have a terrible toothache.
We have a doctor on board the train. Perhaps...
I do not need a doctor. I use essential oils. If you can find my flask of clove oil in my box, I would be grateful.
Fine, if you insist. I will help you.
Seriously? Essential oils aren't gonna help with a toothache. Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
By the smell, I think that the jojoba oil spilled on the other bottles, leaving their labels illegible. I must find another way to find which one is Masterman's toothache remedy. The weighing scale is soaked in jojoba oil. It's unusable. Ah, this old scale will do the job.
Huh.
To start, I must first arrange the vials from the lightest to the heaviest.
So let's see. Those That one's heavier than this one. Alright, cool. So that one's actually heavier. So just really and truly weighing them against each other. So these two are the heaviest. So this one's actually heavier than that one. And then that one's heavier than that one.
Now that I know the order, I think that I can easily guess which one is the clove oil.
So clove will be 7. So from lightest to heaviest. So Yanglang is 2 millimeters. Almond should be 5.
Here is Monsieur Masterman's remedy.
Alright.
Here is your remedy. I hope it will help.
Thank you very much, sir. Ah, well, I can finally speak without too much pain. I'm ready to answer your questions.
You are Monsieur Ratchet's valet?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Were you told that your employer was murdered?
Yes, sir. A very shocking occurrence.
Not all that young, but not all that old either.
That's the right answer. At what hour did you last see Monsieur Ratchet?
It must have been around 9 p.m., sir. That or a little after. I went to bed around 10:30 p.m., same as the person who shares my room, Mr. Foscarelli. He almost immediately began snoring.
What did you do then?
I read, sir, and I spent a while soothing my toothache with clove oil and listening to the snoring.
Did you hear anything during the night?
Yes, my roommate's snoring.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, sir. I have a cigarette now and then to relax.
Tell me about your employer, Monsieur Ratchet.
I've been working for him for 9 months. I should not wish to speak ill of the dead, but he was not a gentleman, sir.
Did you know that he had enemies?
Yes, sir. I heard him discussing some threatening letters, sir, with Mr. McQueen.
Did he mention these letters to you?
He had been reading a letter when I came in. He asked me if I was the one who put it in his compartment. I told him that I had done no such thing, and he should report it to the police at the next station.
How did he respond?
He laughed, sir.
You're joking.
I do not joke, sir.
Forgive me, I can see you do not. Was he taking sleeping pills?
Always when traveling by train, sir. He said he couldn't sleep otherwise. Last night he asked me to give him 2. I did so, along with a glass of water. He dissolved them in the water.
Did you see him drink the water?
No, sir. I left right after I gave him the pills.
So that at least confirms that Ratchet supposedly spiked his own water.
Was Monsieur Ratchet a smoker?
No. He finds smokers disgusting.
Can you tell me again why you gave sleeping pills to Monsieur Ratchet?
Yes, I gave him the pills because when he takes the train, he has trouble sleeping. The letter must have worried him. He specifically asked me to prepare the sleeping pills. I didn't see him drink the water with the pills in it.
He is lying, and I will prove it.
Oh, okay, so that wasn't it.
Monsieur, I believe you are not telling me the truth.
What? How can you say that?
He received threatening letters, one, it seems, last night. Did you know he had a gun under his pillow? And even asked for my help to watch over him? I find it strange that he asked you for sleeping pills when he was afraid for his life and prepared to defend himself.
I'm sure I don't know. Maybe to calm his nerves, maybe out of habit.
It makes no sense.
Wait, please. Isn't it possible that Mr. Ratchet asked me to prepare the pills, but didn't plan to drink them for some reason?
It is possible. But I am a student of character, monsieur, and the Monsieur Ratchet you describe is not the man I met.
If you'll excuse me, my toothache is getting worse again.
I'm afraid this time you must prepare your own clove oil.
Ooh. He's definitely lying. Oh, wait. You have a golden mustache over here? No, you don't. Drat! Like I said, I'll go back through and I'll see about collecting the golden mustaches for this game. Mr. McQueen! How nice to see you again.
I believe I am addressing Monsieur Hector McQueen.
Guilty as charged.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, sorry. Just an expression. My father used to say it.
You must have had an interesting childhood. I am Hercule Poirot.
No need to be modest. You're a detective.
You are Monsieur Ratchet's secretary?
I am Mr. Ratchet's secretary. Just over a year. I mainly take care of translating certain texts for him. Mr. Ratchet only speaks English.
Prepare yourself for a shock. Your employer, Monsieur Ratchet, is dead.
So they got him after all.
What do you mean? You are assuming he was murdered?
I know he had enemies.
What can you tell me about Monsieur Ratchet?
He was American. He was an antiques dealer. I don't know much more. Mr. Ratchet never talked about himself or his life. But I think Ratchet wasn't his real name. And he left the United States to run away from something. Or someone.
Yes?
He started getting letters. Threatening letters.
Do you still have them?
I have one.
Did you know that Monsieur Ratchet had asked for my help?
Asked you? No, I didn't know.
He knew he was in danger. When did you last see him?
Last night around 10 o'clock, I should say.
Did you like your employer, Monsieur McQueen?
No, I did not. He was, I'm sure, a cruel and dangerous man.
Interesting. But that's kind of how he was compared in the book.
Can you tell me your movements last night?
I went back to my compartment. I read a little. In Belgrade, I went out onto the platform to smoke, but it was cold. I quickly went back in. I then went to Mr. Ratchet's compartment to take some dictation for him. I left around 10 o'clock. I saw Captain Arbuthnot. We ended up chatting in my compartment. Then we went out on the platform to quickly stretch our legs at Vinkovsky. He left around 2 o'clock.
Thank you.
I will need to check Monsieur McQueen's story with Captain Arbuthnot.
I found a diary in Monsieur Ratchet's safe. Did you know about it?
I kept a business appointment book, but I know he had a personal diary as well. That looks like it.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, I smoke cigarettes. I've tried to quit, but no luck.
Can you give me this letter, please?
Of course, here it is.
Time to die. Someone really had it out for the guy.
Was Monsieur Ratchet a smoker?
No, he hated the smell of smoke.
Well, that at least still confirms that Ratchet was not a smoker. I forgot, I can zoom out like this.
The murderer may have impersonated Ratchet by calling Monsieur Michel to make it seem that Ratchet was still alive at 12:37 a.m. My little gray cells did not let me down.
Which means he wasn't alive at all during that time. Which means he was already dead. But who could have done it? Who could have done it indeed? Tricky, tricky, tricky. And I still have to do like the
This appears to be a good lead. This is the most likely answer.
just cause they're both acting extremely sus.
That's the right answer. This appears to be a good lead. This direction looks promising.
Alright. We got that. Alright, so this is where we are.
The train is completely trapped because of the avalanche. Hopefully, not for too long.
Oh, that was a nice little scene. Alright, so got that. Now we're just gonna head back up here. Oh, 202 was mine. I forgot. 203 is where we had the body. 204 was Hubbard's room. I can't do any more talking with you. Let's head to the bar / lounge. Because there is... Or at least I thought there was somebody we could talk to here. But I guess not. We can still talk to Bulk. Oh, wait, can I go into the restaurant? Can. I'll also walk in here. Wait, is there a golden mustache in here? Nope. Damn. I was honestly hoping. How about in here? They keep making it so that way these things are, like, openable, but I don't know if there's just supposed to be, like, something to do? I don't know. With some really jazzy music. And it changes from car to car. Cool. Anything in here? Any golden mustaches? No. Of course not. Can I go over here? No, because that's storage. But I can go ahead and talk to both chefs. Right? I can talk to both of y'all, right? Right? No, but I found a golden mustache.
You can never have too many of these.
Why did I just open that? I don't know. I don't know why I just opened that. That was really weird. There's nothing I can click on either. So we found 2 golden mustaches. Cool. But I guess we go back and talk to Bulk. We're back on what we got.
So, my friend, have you found our killer?
Not yet, but I will tell you what I have learned.
Please.
Our assassin could have gotten on the train at Vinkovsky disguised as a conductor, entered Ratchet's room, and killed him. Then he walked out through Madame Hubbard's connecting door, where he lost a button from his jacket. He had to wait for Monsieur Michel to be absent. He waited too long. The train had left the station.
He was trapped aboard.
Indeed. He had opened the window to make it look that he'd escaped that way. However, if he waited until the train stopped again due to snow, his footprints would have been found.
The murderer is still among us, on the train.
There's a problem with the second-class toilets.
What now?
All morning passengers have been complaining that the door is locked, so I went to check. I knocked, but no one answered. I didn't think I should open it without speaking to you first.
You did well, Monsieur Michel. Lead the way.
Oh boy. I bet you more than anything, there's gonna be another body.
I used my master key.
But who is she? Is she alive?
She is breathing.
Then if she isn't dead, isn't she our murderer?
That, my friend, is what we must find out.
Oh no, we got a stowaway.
The ticket reads Joanna Locke, traveling in compartment 105. Miss, can you hear me? She's breathing. Her pulse is strong. There is no sign of physical violence. This woman is sleeping very soundly. This woman is sound asleep. Given her location, I would say she has been drugged and deposited here.
Well, at least it's not another murder on my train.
Yeah, that is a good thing. At least she's not dead.
The train is, of course, full.
Monsieur, the list I gave you indicates that Hildegard Schmidt shares her compartment.
I will want to talk to her later. For now, we will concentrate on this mysterious young lady. Let's return her to her more comfortable bed.
Good idea. Pierre, locate this woman's room and fetch the doctor.
Yes, sir.
I will question her when she wakes up.
Please, let me know what you learn.
Mademoiselle Locke's compartment is 105. I suggest we return her to her more comfortable bed.
Yes, hopefully she will awaken soon.
Okay. Well, at least she's comfortable.
A cup of tea with white residue at the bottom.
There's also a copy of Moby Dick. Hello. Another code.
A briefcase and a wagon lit conductor's jacket. And the button is missing.
Well, we found how she got on. Let's see. So. We have a 5-digit code. That means there's gotta be something to clue us in. Bulk, get out of the way. But we know that she was drugged. There's gotta be something to clue us in. Okay, so there's nothing else here. Cool, okay. Now what? Because there's got to be something to clue us in. Oh. That's why.
Have Have you tried 1, 2, 3, 4? Have you tried 0000? Poirot, I'm disappointed in you. I was certain you would have it by now. No, that's mine. I never remember my passwords, so I make them easy ones. If you need a break, I can ask Jean to make you some coffee. Poirot, what if the briefcase is booby-trapped? We really need to find the combination. But of course you know what you're doing. It is booby-trapped, is it? So, Poirot, any luck so far? No, that's mine. I never remember my passwords, so I make them easy ones.
Fuck! If you don't shut up!
We need to find the combination. So, Poirot, any luck so far? Have you tried 1, 2, 3, 4? Have you tried 0?
Book, silent like a mouse, please.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'll be quiet now. You need to concentrate. I will not utter another word. Not one.
Book, there will be another murder on the Orient Express in a moment.
Oh! Alright. Where was I? There we go. Cool. There we go. So the first one was where I screwed up.
She has a gun.
Come, Poirot. Criminals are often known to carry one.
Ratchet was stabbed, not shot. But then why take it on the train? This badge says that Joanna Locke is an American detective with the Berkshire Police Department in Massachusetts.
An American police officer? Oh.
Oh boy.
Her driver's license confirms her identity. She is American.
These are fake IDs. It's certain.
The stuffed animal is the same as in the photo found at the crime scene.
What a coincidence.
Mademoiselle Locke appears to have been investigating Monsieur Ratchet. Mademoiselle Locke seems very interested in our victim.
Of course. She has studied her target.
Possibly.
Look, she's waking up.
Thanks to you, I would not be surprised if our murder victim were also waking up.
What?
He's saying that as you're being too loud, Book.
Oh, my head. What's all the yelling about?
Who are you? Give me a good reason why you should not be in handcuffs.
I can give you a reason, Book. Whose handcuffs will we use? I have none. Do you?
Well,
You are Joanna Locke, mademoiselle?
Yes, Joanna Locke. I'm a detective. Berkshire, Massachusetts Police.
I have found your credentials, mademoiselle.
And I know who you are, Mr. Poirot.
Then, if the introductions are complete, perhaps the explanations may begin.
I'll try. It's simple, really. I'm on the trail of a murderer.
It was not in the book. Agatha Christie's books have been published in over 100 languages, making her the most translated writer in all time. 1971, she was made a Dame by Queen Elizabeth II for her contribution to literature. We actually got this little tidbit in the last one. So we got the achievement. This was not in the book.
I had just been promoted to detective after 5 years on patrol. It was my first time on a major case. It had been a month since Daisy Armstrong was kidnapped. The Armstrongs were desperate for some sign of hope. I was there only for paperwork, to fill in some blanks.
Alright. And I think, with that little loading screen, that this was going to be the end of Chapter 2. Goodness! Excuse me, I've been sitting in my chair for a while. Over an hour and a half, actually. But it won't let me save. Why won't it let me save? Is it because I'm in one of these scenes? I guess so.
The investigation is now part of a pile of investigations, and my captain sent me here just to dot some I's and cross some T's. The crime was audacious. How could the kidnapper know which was the window of Daisy's room? No, they could use a ladder to reach it, and no, they could enter the room without being seen. The misspellings are clearly on purpose, and they didn't return the child when the ransom was paid. How could the child be taken with so many people in the house? I can't imagine the pain her parents felt when they realized Daisy was gone. How are they going to feel when they realize I have no answers for them? Only more questions. That's why I'm here. A damn computer glitch, or somebody pushed delete instead of save. Whatever happened, we lost the nanny's deposition, so my entire contribution to the investigation is to take it again.
Damn.
The phone record of the night of the kidnapping. The last call was for 911. A topographical map, often more important than a road map in these mountains.
I'll just zoom in all the way. So this is not gonna let me save. I might as well, like, continue a little bit more. That's else. So far? Alright. So, will you save now? Yes, you'll let me save now. Yes, I want to overwrite the file. So chapter 3 is going to be called Daisy Armstrong. Ooh. I'm liking this so far. Like, I've already read Murder on the Orient Express. Again, it's one of my favorite stories, as well as one, besides also being one of the most well-known. And I'm liking how Microids definitely gave a more modern twist to this, giving us also a new character that we're looking through the eyes of. But I think that's going to be it for today, guys. I'm going to try to be doing this as a chapter-by-chapter basis, rather than, like, a 2-hour video, like I did for the first one. As you can tell, this is probably a blind playthrough. A very blind playthrough. How I'm solving a lot of the puzzles and stuff, is just like a lot of trial and error. Though sometimes it can show that I actually am smart. Well, I have to be smart. I have to be smart. I love puzzle games. Granted, I need a hint every once in a while. But without further ado, that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will catch y'all later. So, later. Bye. Mwah.